Welcome to Delaware, the small wonder. Delaware is also known as the first state, was the first state to ratify the United States Constitution, December 7th, 1787. Delaware is 96 miles long and 39 miles wide at its widest point, but it does not seem so small when you're standing there. There's endless agriculture, and it's a bustling area. The highest point in the state is 442 feet above sea level. Do not let the small size of this state fool you. It's home to whitetail bucks that rival bucks taken in the Midwest. Here are just three. Sorry if the images may be blurry. And this one on the right was taken on this very property. Last year, this farm was planted in beans. This year, it's corn. Like a lot of us, I'm fascinated with old junk and metal farm equipment I find abandoned out in the woods. If anybody knows what this thing is, please leave a comment. There's only 3 more Saturdays before archery season opens here, so it's one of our final chances to clear out lanes, cut the grass around the perimeter of the farm, and just make sure there's access to all the areas where we like to hunt. I'm pulling a Swisher brand 44-inch rough cut trail mower behind the ATV. It's over 20 years old and it's been rebuilt several times. I use a salt spreader engine on it at this point, but it still works great. It's a little over 8 miles of cutting to get around the perimeter of this farm, which is pretty big. This machine is repowered with a 12 horsepower salt spreader engine after I completely wore out the last motor. The tall vegetation I'm cutting right now is known as phragmites. We just call them frags. Deer love to hide in this stuff. The perimeter of this farm and most of the farms here are wooded. That's where we do most of our archery hunting. We very rarely hunt field edges. I would actually say never hunt the field edges. The real action will heat up when these endless acres of corn are finally harvested and the deer have nowhere to hide except in the woods. This is my friend from childhood, Stan. He has a knack for finding the tiniest shed antlers in history. Okay, a record day for Stan. In 40 years of shed hunting, he finally finds one.
If this guy's still here, we got to get a camera.
We seldom to never hunt ladder stands and listen to these things clang. The ladder stands are mainly there for the gun season and long-range shooting. Thanks for joining us on this trip to the Delaware Farm. Appreciate you watching. Remember, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Also, hit the bell icon. That'll give you a notification every time I put a new video out. See you next time.